Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I was reading something. Trump wants to change the way the federal the feds are structured right now. He wants to be able to fire the president. Each state has a president for our that represents that state or that section. I'm not quite sure how. If it's each state that has one, but they go to the feds where the Treasury, okay, they basically control interest rate and all that kind of stuff. Our economy basically, but they're supposed to be independent. Trump wants to take full control of it, among other things. So there is something going on, and I was reading it. I'm like, oh my God, this guy wants to destroy everything. He wants to change everything. He wants to take control of everything while he falls asleep. So that's why I forgot. I was sitting here. I'm like, should I tell everybody today that I'm so confused about the direction of where America is going, and I don't have anything to say today? Believe me, I'm sitting here. That's why I forgot. Well, there is always something. Whenever I forget to turn on my mic, it's because I was thinking of something or I just saw something that surprises me. Having said that, hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you, Chat Maniters, for your help. I appreciate it. I had to get that out of the way. You guys can look for it. He's thinking of changing the entire structure of the feds. He wants to take control of our economy, just like the tariffs. In any event, today it's going to be, I won't be able to stay as long as I usually do. So we'll get started. The first thing I have on my title, the first subject, is the cover-up that I feel is going on. I am sure you guys heard yesterday. The general or admiral testified in front of the Senate yesterday, and basically it was a partisan thing. Democrats felt it was a war crime. Republicans, not so much. It's the usual thing. Trump calls them, Vance calls them, and one thing leads to another. But let me tell you guys, this is not going to go away intuitively, and it's going to get worse. And there is going to be a falling out between Xshit and Trump. That's my prediction. I don't see him staying in that position because there is too much baggage under the bridge, to put it that way. You guys know what I mean. But don't, except for Cotton, Senator Cotton, okay, and a couple of other MAGAs in the Senate, that's going to come back to bite them too the next time they run for office. The way they are supporting Trump with everything that he's doing to the country, it's going to come back to bite, okay? They will lose the seat. Trust me, it's coming. And it's being written now. I predicted it months ago that MAGA was going to break away from him. They are. I mentioned it, I believe, yesterday, and it's in the papers as well. So these guys are going to have to answer to their constituents. They will be held accountable. And the other major news this morning is the Supreme Court allowing Texas to gerrymander basically, and based on race. I don't know how it's going to happen. The notion that Trump thinks he can roll back this country to the 1930s is not going to happen. Yes, even me too, like I said, I was sitting here right before I came on wondering whether I should tell you guys. I don't know what I should do today because I'm confused about the direction of the country. Anybody in their right mind cannot sit around and say, we're doing great. So the Supreme Court will be on, or they are under the microscope. They will be held accountable, but Republicans are not going to win. That's my prediction. Democrats will, well, it's not Democrats, it's Americans are going to decide the future of this country, because the country, the America we are looking at today is unrecognizable to most Americans, and they don't like it, and they are not following the leaders, the direction of the leaders from the Senate, the House, and Trump. Americans are not going to go along. That's my prediction. So hang in there. It's looking pretty dark, okay? But I don't see how, when the people don't want you, the military is against you. Yes, that general who testified yesterday, you know, I didn't say anything, but I did feel, I'm talking about the general, okay, I'm switching a bit, I'm sorry. Something did not add up, but I don't like to bash our military. I'm like, let me wait and see, because why did not, I don't remember his name, the general who testified yesterday, why didn't he do like the general or the admiral did the minute he disagreed with the illegal orders, and according to report, actually told him if he didn't want to play, you're out, and he left. What I was getting was during the last week, once they said he was going to testify, why did he go along on firing on those boats to begin with? Something is not right. But I'm like, let me see what happens. Unfortunately, and like I've lamented, it bothers me. Some of our soldiers are going to suffer the consequences of this mistake. But that's what's coming. This general is not out of the woods. I don't know exactly how long he has left serving in the military. But unfortunately, a lot of them will suffer the consequences of their actions. I'm looking to see if my son is okay. Oh, sorry. Thank you, friends, for letting me know. I just raised it. Thank you. Yes, I didn't check this morning. Oh, today's Friday. Yes. Microsoft does update Tuesdays and Thursdays. So Wednesday morning and Friday morning, I have to check. I forgot to check this morning. I was busy doing research. But yes, that general, among others, who took part in bombing those boats, is not going to go away. There are going to be ramifications for this. I would not be surprised. I don't know about court-martials, but there are going to be problems. Some of them may go to prison. It bothers me to be seeing this, but unfortunately, I have to be honest. Okay, and like I have said many times, Trump is not going to get away with this either. I know he's trying everything. Him and Heritage Foundation and a few Republicans in the House and in the Senate wants to continue on this path, definitely end and they are okay with rolling back civil rights progress. Women voting, like I said yesterday, among all the progress women have made, they want to roll back all those things. They're not smart enough. It's not going to happen. They're living in a fantasy world. My prediction is they're going to fail, and they're going to ruin their reputations and their lives, meaning working, but that's what they want. They want people for them to step on, they want to feel superior to. It's not going to happen. That's my prediction. And there is another, do you guys remember I've been saying there's a lot of chaos behind the scenes, right? Cabinet members, White House employees, and all that stuff. I read this morning that Wolf, the author, okay, I don't know his connection, how he find those information. I mean, of course, he has some kind of connection somewhere, but I don't know who they are, and it doesn't matter really. He posted something on Raw Story. If you guys want to look at it, I think if you go to Raw Story, you'll see it. But it says how Trump secretly knives his cabinet suck-ups. How Trump secretly knives his cabinet suck-ups. I wasn't surprised when I read this. The thing is, while you see all those guys, they treat him like Kim Jong-un, I don't have to say anymore. And this Monday or Tuesday, the last cabinet meeting they had when he was falling asleep, well, the most important thing is the White House says when he's bored, he falls asleep. No, he's got health issues, that's why he's falling asleep. But the most egregious thing to me, the way they praise him, and now he's calling his friends, asking, or different people, whether they are his friends or not, I don't know, okay, are those people being honest with him? And the people he's more suspicious about is Rubio, Bundy, and I believe Patel. Remember, guys, I told you, Bundy is in a very bad position. Patel is basically, intuitively, I feel, he's a goner, just like Eggshot. It's a matter of when they find somebody to replace him. And the last story I read this morning, he forced or demanded that FBI accompanied his girlfriend who was drunk, very inebriated, home. They had to drive her home. So that's the latest scandal. But intuitively, I feel this craziness, Trump calling, behind, well, of course, he's not going to call his friends and ask about his different cabinet members, the way they're praising him, and he's feeling uncomfortable with it. And he's beginning to wonder, are they... I can't say exactly how he put it, but are they leaking something, a body part that starts with the letter A? Of course they are doing it. They know how to manipulate you, and that's what Putin is doing too. Do you guys remember I told you Bundy made jump ship? And if you look at yesterday, she had a news conference, the way she was speaking, oh my God, it's like unbelievable. It's like they're exalting Trump the God. And if you remember what Norm said when she was in that cabinet meeting, it's like Trump did a miracle this year. We didn't have any hurricanes. Oh, thank you, God. You are really a representative or God's representative on earth. We didn't have any hurricane your first year in office, But watch what's going to happen. The only person I hope he doesn't get rid of is Rubio. I don't think Rubio is going to walk away, okay? But I don't think Trump is going to fire him either. Like I said yesterday and a few times before, he's one of the few people who basically understands what he's doing. I'm not saying he's good at it, but he's doing it, he's giving it his best shot. And also, he has a family, he has kids, he's thinking of them. The rest don't care, or most of the rest of the people in this cabinet, they don't care. They think Trump is going to be president for life, or they're going to be in those positions for life. And regardless of what happens to Trump, under the Republican Vance, or somebody Republican decide to put in that space, on that spot, sorry, okay, as president or whatever they want to call it, they're probably going to call it chairman now, Chairman Vance, since they want to change everything. You see what I'm saying? So they think that's going to happen. No. That's why they're doing all those things. They hope they survive Trump. Vance comes into power. He acts more or less normal. I have news for them. I don't know about Rubio because Rubio was in the Senate with Vance. He may survive, although they may compete for the 2028 presidential spot. But you know something? I'm not seeing Rubio running. I know he wants to, he has ambition to become president of this country. I don't see him in the White House as president. Vance, it's inevitable. Okay? But Rubio, and the way the trend for the past 2 weeks, the number of scandals, and even according to a report I read last night, my guy is beginning to blame Trump for the economy. Bad sign intuitively. And like I said before, they are beginning to split from him. That's going to make it worse. More of them will run from him. And according to report, I'm not quite sure. I believe I mentioned it yesterday, but it's worth mentioning again. Trump is going to start touring in 26 to explain his plans for the country. Okay. For the way things have been going, intuitively, this thing is imploding in slow motion. And anyone who thinks you're going to be able to help Trump, this administration, or anything of that sort, good luck. Intuitively, it's not going to work. A lot of people in the Senate know that. They know it's not going to work. A lot of people in the House, well, they are tired of Mike Johnson and some of the stuff that he's doing. And they just, like I've said before, the economy is a major, somebody told me about the economy being a major, one of you told me that. And it makes sense that the economy is one big pillar because we all feel it. Trump is trying to tell us it's not true. But that's failing, okay? But all the other scandals, the lies, they are catching up. This trend is about to crash, intuitively, I feel. And as I'm saying this, I don't know how many of you saw a nurse in Florida that was pulled out of a car. She had her scrubs on. It seemed like she was going to work. And, well, ICE denied they did that. They said CBP did it, okay? And the minute I saw that, and they said it was in Florida, that's not looking good for Trump and Florida. I feel intuitively, and my prediction is it's going to have a major effect on the Republicans, I should say, because I'm equating, Republicans equal Trump, okay? It's a white lady pulled out of the car because, according to report, the car belongs to her husband or her boyfriend or something. He's undocumented, okay, according to what they say, because I don't trust what they say, so I have to qualify it. So they arrested her. It's a sad look. If it was a black person or Hispanic, a lot of people wouldn't care. But a young white lady, it can, a lot of people are going to say, you know, if it happens to her, it can happen to me. Those who are closing their eyes and, you know, saying this is not happening, that's going to drive it home. And to believe it, that's what I feel. But to make my prediction, Trump has not had a good 2 weeks, and 2026 is going to be worse. And I don't feel his health is going to be able to hold up to the pressure and the reaction, our reaction towards what he's doing. Intuitively, that's what I feel. I don't think he's going to be able to handle it. And you know something else, another thing that drives him crazy, if he's not in control, he goes nuts. As we know, he throws things, you know, spaghetti against the wall. Watch that space. Maybe that's what's going to, I'm hoping he lives a long life, because if he does, everything that we're seeing happening today is going to catch up with him, and the Supreme Court is not going to be able to save him. That's my prediction, because the Supreme Court itself are going to, I don't know how that's going to happen and how it's going to work. They can gerrymander all they want. The Supreme Court can allow them to do, like I've said, they're not on our side. They're not going to save us. We are going to have to save ourselves. Voting. Okay. I don't know what mechanism or what's going to happen if Roberts is going to be impeached, because I think he's going to have, if he doesn't have a heart issue right now, he's going to have one. Okay. The pressure that those guys are on, like I said, there are only two people who don't care, but that carelessness is going to catch up with them as well. Thomas and Alito. Okay. There is going to be a price for all the conservative, all the MAGA Supreme Court justices, because basically they are willingly, because their donors, their benefactors, is telling them, and they are listening and going along, we want a different form of government. And they are allowing Trump to do it, and Trump is not helping them. And also, if you guys notice, Trump appealing every verdict, every decision the lower courts made, the district courts made, he runs to the Supreme Court. It's because he knows there is an understanding, there's communication between him and the donors of those justices. And to put it, that's what I feel. Okay, that they will give him a pass, or if they can't give him a pass, they're going to find a way not to, you know, if they can't give him 100% of what he's asking for, they're going to try to give him 80%. That's why he keeps running to them. Okay, but they can gerrymander all they want. And intuitively, I don't feel they're going to get away with it. Thank you very much. Oops, my glasses. Command Company, thank you very much for your generosity. Command says, so grateful for Milu this holiday season. Please hit the like button, all newcomers. Thank you for reminding everyone to hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. But yes, the gerrymandering, as we've not heard about, I've said before, and that's why I told you yesterday, I don't change my mind when I say something. People can think I'm wrong, okay? Like, just like that, what happened to Kim K. You guys remember how I explained it and how I explained what happened yesterday with Tennessee. I am not going to back down. What I get is what I get. And I said they can, a while back when they started, when Trump called Texas and asked them to gerrymander their districts, okay, I said it a long time ago, most Republicans, that was my prediction, they're going to lose their seats. Americans are tired, and that performance that Trump is giving all of us, it's tiresome. Except for a small percentage of my guys who are entertained and they would like to inflict pain on others. They love it. Not everyone. So I don't want to, I can't stay very long. So sit tight, my friends. Things are looking very dark. But remember, there is light at the tunnel. We're going to start seeing the flickers. But the Senate, the minute Trump poll numbers drop to a certain level, it feels like to me mid to late 20s, and yes, it's going to drop that low. Okay? Watch how they jump ship. And also somebody said something yesterday, the deadline for candidates to file. A former senator was asked, when are Republicans going to stand up to Trump? He said that the day they're going to find their backs, okay, the spine, once they have to file for re-election. So, and that resonated with me. I did not know about that, but it made sense. But watch those poll numbers, they're going to turn on him. The pass they gave him yesterday, trust me, and they're going to release that video. It's not going to look good. And when that happens, Americans, we are not used to people lying to us. Americans do not like to be taken like fools. And don't tell me my cashews, I bought a thing of cashews. I love cashews. I bought a thing of cashews the other day. It cost me $21 and change. It's for over, from last year to this year, I have the receipts. It went up $3. We're all feeling it. So good luck trying to tell us what we are feeling is, no, nothing wrong with you. It's your imagination. You're not spending that much money. Nah. Yeah, let's see what happens. My friends, hang in there, okay? Like I said before I came in, I was like, oh my God, should I tell everybody I don't know what to say today? So, hang in. Having said that, unfortunately, they're coming to help me today. I'm going to scroll down. Kenneth Lengy says, Milu, what about the bomber? Oh, yes. Well, he's an African-American. When I saw his picture, I didn't give him priority. It feels like to me he's someone who lost his way or something is not right upstairs. I mean, are you kidding me? Like I said, I'm going to give the answer I gave for that. I mean, I feel sorry for those guys, okay? The gentleman who shot the United Healthcare executive, I told you he was not going to go anywhere. He was going to get caught. And that gentleman as well, I told you, I don't remember when I said, but one of you reminded me, I don't remember when yesterday or, yeah, probably yesterday, or the day before yesterday that I predicted it, okay? Like I said yesterday, you're going to get caught. And yeah, it's embarrassing. Trump is trying to bring, his people, his mom and dad back to the 1930s, maybe send us back to the cotton plantation, but he's going, yeah, we want Trump as president. The 2020 election was stolen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. He's going to be picking cotton as well, all right, and jail, since that's what he likes, and that's, maybe Trump will pardon him since he's pardoned, a lot worse than that little guy. But I feel sorry for him. First of all, it's wrong to do in this country, and to do it for somebody like Trump, who couldn't care less. He's going to throw you under the bus. This nerd chick says, do you think Trump's kids are going to fight over inheritance if he leaves anything to them? Absolutely, they're going to fight. They're like him. They all, I mean, you know, if it was my father, oh, we would have a talk, believe me. But if you notice, whenever he says something, they all jump right in line. No one has, except maybe for Ivanka, who grumbles every once in a while, and she's terrified because of Kushner. His father was in jail or prison. He knows what it's like. Okay, so, but they all do the rest, all in. Let's make as much money as we possibly can. It's gonna bite. Watch that space. Okay, I think this is it, my friends. Let me see if I can find one more question. Beth M says, ICE is in New Orleans now, 250 agents. Wow. I heard they were gonna be there. Yeah, they are creating havoc all over the place. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you, Chat Monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. And if you can hype, please hype and subscribe. That would help me a lot. I will see you all Monday or tomorrow night. I'll be on the other channel. I'm trying to talk more about entertainment because the other channel is not growing. And I was so mistaken when I first started on YouTube. I started doing short readings for people. A lot of people would like that. So I'm going to talk about entertainment a little more on the other channel. I'm going to still do readings, but it's going to be like half politics, half entertainment, you know, gossip. And I don't like to gossip, but it seems like a lot of people like it. I'm going to try. We'll see how well I do. And, of course, do short readings for anyone who shows up. So those who usually attend, or if you're coming, I'll see you tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll see you all on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Till then, bye.